Hola gamers, Jarbo back with another episode of Twisted Joystick. This is going to be episode number 6. That's right, 6! If you've made it through this much episodes of Twisted Joystick, then you guys know that we talk about games on the show. Or I talk about games on the show, and I go through plot lines of games, and we talk about how awesome they are, and shit like that. So we've been doing the Halo series, and I want to finish it tonight. I want to finish it with a game that I don't think any of you really played out there. I bet you guys weren't playing Halo Wars. All right. Now, Halo Wars was one of those games that if you know where Halo came from, if you know what it was originally, meant to be, it's actually a combination of two kind of things. And I'm just going to go back and quickly touch on them. One, if you're a Bungie fan, it's basically a remake of Marathon, right? Storyline. It's their Mac game. So all you Microsoft guys, Windows PC dudes, yeah, it was originally a Mac game. So there is no God. And then two, Halo was originally created as an RTS. So this is actually going back to what Halo originally was, not the first-person shooter. It was originally an RTS, which if you pre-ordered Brute Force on the Xbox back in 2004, there was a little disc that came with it that showed Halo footage, pre-Halo footage, from when it was on the Mac, and it was going to be an RTS. So if you can find that on YouTube, go for it. I have the disc around here somewhere. I never threw it out, but I got to find it. Because I watch that shit a lot, going like, fuck yeah, dude, seriously, it's fucking awesome. So Halo Wars, RTS, and it was a simplified RTS. It was created by Ensemble Studios. It was actually the last game created by Ensemble before they were just completely absorbed into Microsoft Game Studio. But these guys made, like, I think Age of Empires and everything. And so you know them. You know that they're good. You know that they know what the fuck they're doing. And so it's simple. It's meant for a console. It's not, there's no mouse. You can't, you don't have Uber Micro. It's really hard to do that. So I'll just take you guys through it real quick. We'll go through the settings, and then we'll go through the plot line and everything like that. So, okay, here we go. Halo Wars takes place in the science fictional universe of the Halo series during the 26th century. In 2525, not to be confused with Cleopatra 2525, a collective of alien races known as the Covenant attacked humanity, declaring humans an affront to their gods, the Forerunners. The game takes place in 2531, roughly 20 years before the events of the first Halo game. 6 years after the Covenant invaded the colony of Harvest. Human USNC forces are still locked in battle for the planet. There we go. Now, you guys have the setting, right? It's different from Halo. It's no Master Chief, right? This is even before, I think the Spartan 2 program was really kicking off. So, you follow, the Captain James Cutter, a strong leader who has earned the admiration of his subordinates. Cutter's lack of political ambition prevents him from climbing the ranks further. Serving under Cutter is Sergeant John Forge, a gruff Marine whose devotion to his men has caused him to be jailed twice for disobeying orders and engaging in disorderly conduct. Joining the Spirit of Fire military expedition is Professor Ellen Anders, a scientist interested in ancient ruins of mysterious forerunners, who also is very, very, very hot, too. She's pretty smoking for a video game character. I'm just pointing that out there. The Spirit of Fire is operated with help from Serena, the super-intelligent artificial intelligence with a sardonic sense of humor. It has been noted that she demonstrates a level of contempt for the humans she assists. Leading the Covenant search for the Forerunner technology is a holy warrior known as the Arbiter. Not the Arbiter from Halo 2, different Arbiter, who the Covenant leaders, the Prophet Hierarchs, have tasked with the oversight of humanity's destruction, for which we know he obviously fails, because we kick ass. Alright, so the plot of Halo Wars goes as followed. The Spirit of Fire is sent to the ruined planet of Harvest to investigate Covenant activity, where Cutter learns that the Covenant has excavated something at the planet's northern pole. When the UNSC's main outpost on Harvest is captured, Cutter orders Forge to retake it. Soon after, Forge scouts the Covenant excavation and discovers that they, under direction of the Arbiter, have discovered a Forerunner facility. Forge's troops defeat Covenant forces before they can destroy the installation. As Anders arrives, she determines that the facility is an interstellar map and recognizes a set of coordinates that points to the human colony of Arcadia. After repelling a Covenant counterattack on the Forerunner facility, the Spirit of Fire travels to Arcadia, where the Covenant begin raiding local cities and slaughtering civilians. Forge contacts the local Spartan Special Forces and assists in the evacuation process. The Covenant builds a giant energy shield to hide the construction of a giant Scarab superweapon, but the UNSC forces use experimental equipment to break through. The Scarab is destroyed, but the Arbiter kidnaps Anders and escapes the planet. Forge and the Spartans return to the Spirit of Fire, and the crew follows Anders' signal to an uncharted planet in another star system. The planet's surface is infested by the parasitic flood, who attack and assimilate any sentient life they encounter. The Spirit of Fire inadvertently activates a Forerunner docking station and enters the planet's interior. Flood board the ship, and very soon Forerunner sentinels appear to cleanse the Flood threat and to destroy all UNSC forces in the process. The crew discovers that the planet is actually hollow, with a habitable interior and a miniature sun. The Covenant's plan is to activate the dormant fleet of highly advanced Forerunner starships inside the planet and use them to obliterate humanity. While the Forerunner ships are being activated, Anders escapes through a teleportation device and is rescued. Cutter decides to destroy the Forerunner fleet rather than allow the Covenant to use it. Anders formulates a plan to detonate the ship's faster-than-light drive in the planet's sun, as the explosion would cause a supernova. Before they can prepare the reactor, Forge and the Spartans are ambushed by Arbiter and his elites. The Spartans dispatch the aliens, and Forge kills the Arbiter. The reactor is damaged in the fight, necessitating a manual detonation. Forge volunteers for the suicidal task, telling the Spartans that they will be needed in the coming fight. The Spirit of Fire escapes just as Forge overloads the reactor, destroying the Forerunner fleet. Without its faster-than-light drive, the Spirit of Fire is left drifting in space. The crew enters cryonic sleep for long-term storage, as Cutter takes a last look at Forge's empty cryonic tube. If the game is completed on Legendary difficulty mode, Serena wakes Cutter and tells him that something has happened. So that is Halo Wars, and it wasn't very widely loved. I think I bought it day one. I bought the collector's edition of it, but you know what though, I never really got. It was hard to. It was actually a pretty tough game because it just without a mouse, it was hard to move around. I mean, the build pads were pretty easy. You had 6 areas to build stuff, and it was mostly meant for combat. But it's I think the third mission we have to go defend Arcadia is you just get slaughtered because it's you have to pretty much just defend, one of the things, and it's hard. But the game's interesting to play, and I really recommend watching some playthroughs on YouTube. You can find them there, or just go in and get in the game and play it. It's something to do. You can play online if you're able to find people to play online. If you can play co-op with your friends, stuff like that. So it's good times. It's definitely non-canon, but it's fun, so I recommend it. That's Halo Wars. This is a simple game. And so, yes. My name is Matt Jarbo. This is Twisted Joystick. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to post them on our Facebook page or our YouTube page. You guys can also call in to leave your comments directly to us at 818-934-1272. That is 818-934-1272. I check it all the time. So also, if you guys want to be a sponsor on the show, check out twistedjoystick@gmail.com. Send me an inquiry and we'll talk. And yeah, be sure to check out monstersvsmonsters.com, the low-cost alternative to high-cost entertainment. It's a great little card game for kids. Seriously, kids go crazy for it. I'm not even kidding. Check it out. And we'll see you guys very soon with another episode of Twisted Joystick. This is Matt Jarbo. See you guys later. Bye.